Shalom, it's me, Sudden Skye, and welcome back to Shovel Knight. I'm so pumped for this part because in this part we go to the Armored Outpost, which is a completely optional area. Just to recap, in the last part we cured our sickness that was Plague Knight. Haha. And in this part, again, we don't have to go to this area, but it is very helpful to. This is an area where we can get equipped with armor and weapons and such. And as this knight says, he says get equipped, which I think is a slight reference to Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3. I could be just pulling your chain here, but I think when you beat one of the robot masters in Mega Man 3 or 2, it's like get equipped with Acid Blade or get equipped with Hard Blade, Slasher Blade. Anywho, this is the, I believe his name is the Armorer, and we can purchase different types of armors from him, such as the Final Guard, which gives us the ability to drop half as much gold as we would have if we didn't have this armor. So he's very helpful in our endeavors to get that money. And this here is the Yoppler, and we're going to be dealing with him later because we don't quite have the weapon equipment that we need to be dealing with him. And this guy here, he's a chicken. He's a chicken. What more do I need to say about him? And up here is the music note that we can use to give to that guy in the other town. But do you guys remember in the other town, the frog that told jokes? Well, in this town, there is a toad who is the complete opposite. He's so grumpy and he's not in a good mood, so we have to tell him a joke to cheer him up. So let's go at it. Why would they just leave the catapult unattended? The operator is out to launch. He does not seem to approve. He doesn't have the personality that I enjoy in the other Toad. But anywho, Mary Sweet's here. Now, she's an interesting character. She seems to have a crush on every single knight in the Order of No Quarter, but seems to have the strongest infatuation with Shovel Knight. She'll have some weird comment that is quite humorous on each and every knight that you have fought so far and are going to fight. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary, but Shovel Knight, he's a wild stallion, you know. He doesn't need the old ball and chain keeping him down. He's got a Shovel Knight to save. Excuse me, Shield Knight to save. You know, he can't adventure with some girl just trying to keep him down, you know. Maybe later though. Maybe later. If the thing with Shield Knight doesn't work out. Why are you trying to deal? What you dealing with knights anyway? Huh? Why do you have to go after a knight? Why don't you go after a simple character, less complicated person to spend your time with? You know? Oh, Black Knight. Don't you get me started on Black Knight. Oh man. Anywho. And this. Ooh, this is the hat shop. Excuse me, I mean the fancy shop, where everything here is too expensive, so none of these customers are happy with that. So since we have the money, might as well pay for the things for them, right? We are the Good Samaritan. We are the hero. So let's save these guys' days by just paying for the things for them. 'Tis the season and all that jazz. I mean, we are wearing red. We might as well be Santa. But you know, I wouldn't be too happy with that if I were Mr. Hat. You know, we took his hats, or whatever these customers were buying. So I guess Mr. Hat wants to add to his collection of many hats and take our helmet, because you know, just another hat in the collection. So he'll fight us. He'll fight us for our helmet. Mr. Hat he's a pretty simple boss fight. Sometimes I have a multitude of ways of fighting him. For this time, I use the slime ball because he likes to move around a lot. So might as well use that slime ball to an advantage and hit him. But I think a cane sword is like a pretty cool weapon. I think that's what he's using. Cause like I could be like an old man like walking with a cane, and I'm like, ugh, I'm old, and then someone tries to like mug me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not old anymore. Look at my sword. And, like pull out my sword. What you thought? But yeah, Mr. Hat is pretty easy. Not too hard of a boss fight in my opinion. And then after we beat him up, he'll run away because he realizes that our helmet is not a hat, it's our helmet. But Mr. Hat will linger for a while, so you know, we want to get our money back, you know? We spent all that money on those customers and now he wants to attack us? I mean, we can't let him get away with that. It's our money. Jeez. Like, come on, man. This is a tricky jump to make. Well, I mean, I just made it look simple, but like I remember previous playthroughs that I had of Shovel Knight where I would miss that jump all the time, and I would I'd just get like tired of trying to make that jump. I thought it was impossible, and then I would just like leave the area. But if you leave that area, Mr. Hat will no longer be there, or if I remember correctly, ever since I found out that you can fight Mr. Hat again, or not again. You can talk to him more. I've been going to that area, and I think at some point when I on my first playthrough, I saw in a video that you can fight Mr. Hat, or I mean talk to him, but he wasn't there anymore. So make sure you get to him quickly, because once you miss that boat of opportunity of talking to the great Mr. Hat. You might have missed it by that point. And as you saw in the map area, there was another optional boss fight of one of the travelers that we could fight. But I don't think our abilities are honed enough to take that guy on. But we can take on Treasure Knight. So what can I say about Treasure Knight? Well, on his official bio, it says... Towering over most of the Order of No Quarter, Treasure Knight is a tidal terror. Did I say Treasure Knight? I meant Mole Knight. I'm looking at Treasure Knight's bio and I'm like, oh, this is not Treasure Knight, this is... We're taking on Mole Knight. We took on Treasure Knight like a while ago. Excuse me, brain fart. I could edit that out. Now let's keep it in. Anywho... Mole Knight. The shovel may rule the confines of man-made gardens, but in the wild, the titan of tunneling is the mole. Mole Knight embraces this truth wholeheartedly with his modified drop-forged armored claws. He mockingly tears through the earth with brute strength. Mole Knight calls the subterranean lost city his home, an ancient abandoned metropolis. Shovel Knight must pass through the lost city, but chances are slim he won't be challenged to see who is truly the master of digging. Sorry. His pros? He's great-sighted, shrewd, and high endurance. And his cons? Obsessive personality, gets sweaty in his armor. Aw, poor Mole Knight. Why is he in the depths of the earth if he's just sweaty all the time? I remember my days in having to be in a suit and all sweaty. Have you guys ever heard of Little Shop of Horrors? It's like basically a horror story of a plant that eats people, and my school was doing the musical Little Shop of Horrors, and I was basically the plant that ate the people. And I had fun doing it, but being hot in that suit really took a toll. I was sweating in there. And I'm pretty sure Mole Knight feels the same whenever he's in the ground, but he chooses to do this. I was forced. Well, anywho. Mole Knight's stage is it's pretty dangerous. I fall in the pits on it all the time. I get nervous around these lava areas. But his as for his stage music, it's not the, in my opinion, it's not the best. It's always the one that I forget. And we could talk about this in the next part. I would, this might be a strange time to end this part, but I feel like the video might be too long if I continue. See you guys in the next part.